Hello friends, my name is Hamid. Today I'm working on a front load washing machine made by LG. The customers complain is that they get water leakage from the front of the door, from the front of the washer once in a while, and they don't know what's happening here. So first of all, I'm going to show you the common areas where the water can leak and how to find it and fix it. So we're going to go through some of the checkups here to see what needs to be checked before you replace parts here. This is the washing machine, as you can see, made by LG brand, that comes with 10-year motor warranty. They give you the warranty on some of the parts that they never go bad. Yeah, they may go bad, but not common problem with these motors. I'm going to show you the model and serial number here. This is the model number WM2250CW. When the washer leaks water, the very common problems are the door gasket. If you ever get hole in the door gasket, it's gonna leak water. To find if you have leak in the door gasket or not, or if it's coming from the door gasket, is put your hand here and kind of peel it like this. You may want to use a flashlight, put your head inside, and then check all of this area for a hole. For a hole, you want to check all of these, and then check the right hand side. You can only see it if you hold a gasket and bring it this way, so you can open it and see if there's hole. You can also get water leakage from this area where the hole is. We have water stopped here. The water shouldn't be staying here like this. So that little tiny nipple you can see inside their hole, that needs to be cleaned. Once you clean that hole, you're not gonna get any more water sitting here, and this water sitting here will also cause the door gasket to get moldy. It smells and you get gunky stuff there. So if you ever see water staying here, that means that the holes are plugged. There's 3 holes at the back. You see 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 holes. I'm gonna wipe this. Okay, so I have wiped it, and now you see that hole 1, 2, 3. All of those 3 holes needs to be cleaned, but that will not cause the washer to leak. So you wanna clean it. That's the last thing you wanna do. The other part is, if you ever see water drips from here, first of all, you want to check the lip of your door gasket to make sure it's in good shape, which is in good shape all around. You want to make sure that there's no hair or garbage or debris built up there. If you don't see anything here, the next part you want to do is check the bottom of the door. Right here. Even if you have one hair, it will leak 1 drop of water. So always wipe the bottom of the washer, bottom of the door glass. Always wipe the bottom of the door glass. You want to check your pump, because sometimes when you open your filter to clean the drain pump and you put this filter cap back in, it does not go properly in place and it leaks drops of water. And you will not see the water coming from here. The water may go here, and then from there it comes, and that's how you will get water leakage from this area. So today's the problem with this washer is that customer complain once in a while they see water leakage here, they see it here, and let's check that. You also want to make sure that your door the soap dispensers are clean. If your soap dispenser is not clean, it can also leak from this area. If it leaks from this area, sometimes it goes at the back here, and then from here it drops down, and then you will get water leakage here. So that's also not the problem here. The lid from the washing machine needs to come off. In order to remove this lid, at the back of this washer we got these kind of plastic tabs. There's one here, and it goes in this position, just like that. You want to open the screws. It's a Phillips screw, and then one is on this side. You remove both of them. It's held by a couple of screws. and then this lid you want to push back. So put your hand on both sides, push it back, and then that's how you can remove the lid. Sometimes the lid is hard to open. If that's the case, you remove all the 4 screws in those brackets, but the lid is still not coming off. You have to check in these areas, like I'll show you, in this area and on this area you will have tape. Some people they do not remove the tape when you get the brand new washer from the factory. Sometimes it comes with a tape in here, so if you don't take those tapes off, you will not be able to remove this top lid. And if you do not have any tape here, but it's still hard to remove, the next part you can do is you have to get your palm and put it right here, both of your palms, and then push it really hard at the back, just like that. One hand here, one here, push it hard, and then the lid slides out and you can remove it. Remember, before removing the lid, you also want to make sure that the water leakage is not coming from here or from the back of the washer and this 2 areas, because sometimes this will not stay tight, maybe it's loose, and then it will also leak. The last part you want to do is, before you remove the top lid, is fill your washer with water. Select a bulky large cycle, fill it with water, and then drain it. If you don't know how to drain it, you can always go through diagnostic and drain it. To go on through diagnostic, you want to press the soil level spin speed, and at the same time you want to press power. So I'm going to do this. So press these 2 and this. All the light would light up, and then press this again. And then when you press it one more time, it's draining now. It's gonna drain in a spin. So when it's draining, you wanna check your drain hose. The drain hose goes at the back where it goes to the drainage of the house. You wanna check your drain hose, keep eye on it until all the water drains from the washer. Please keep eye on it. So in my case, the drain hose runs from the back here, and it goes all the way there, all the way there. In some houses, the drainage hose stays there at the back. In some houses, that drainage hose is right here, and it's overfilling, and then it's overflowing from the hose, and then it goes to the back of the washer, and then the customer gets water leakage there. So that's the last thing you want to check before you open the top lid. If that's not the case, if you're getting water flowing from that hose, that means that the customer needs to call a plumber, so the plumber would come and fix that issue. That's not your job. So once you remove the top panel, the first thing you want to do is, which is very common problem, I'm gonna go straight on the problem. I can still show you what to check here. Maybe there's possibility of this and that. No, because this water solenoid valve is this. It's very common part on these units. That's why you wanna get to the bottom of the problem. So when you open the top, you have to look and see if there's water leakage. It's a little bit hard to see the water leakage from here, but it's easier for you to see it at the bottom if there's water drips, which I can see already. There's water drips here. And run your hand like this at the bottom, check for water. So this water solenoid valve needs to be replaced. In order to replace it, I'm going to show you actually the common part is the center front one. You cannot replace this separately unless you have an old one that you can remove one of these and replace it. I wouldn't recommend I recommend replacement of this complete part, which is this one. They come in different colors, so the color is not important. It doesn't matter if it's black, white, blue, green, it doesn't matter. You just want to make sure that the connectors are the same, the voltage reading is the same, which is 120 volts, and of course the the nipples are the same with the back. This is for the cold water. So we're gonna turn off the water only for the cold. You're gonna disconnect these electrical wires. If you're not sure what you're doing, please take pictures. You need a channel lock, or you can even use a needle nose plier to remove these hoses. So you can remove them one by one. Remove one. This clamp, you want to press on this clamp and then pull it off. And then remove the hose by turning it. You have to turn it and then you can pull it out. When you pull it out, hold it tight because it may leak water. You don't want that. And then insert it on this one. Reinstall your clamp back in. Now the center one. Turn it, pull it out and hold it tight when you pull it out. The last one is the same thing. Hold it and turn it. When you reinstall these rubber hoses back in, you want to push it all the way in so the rubber sits in front of this hard plastic, just like that. So the water solenoid valve is ready. The only thing we're going to do is we have to remove the water line from the back. There's 2 screws that we need to remove, and then the water solenoid valve will come off. Before you do any of this, please make sure that the unit is unplugged. You want to turn off the power. You open it with a plier and then you can use your hand to open the rest. There's one screw here, another screw there. We are going to remove both of those screws. I'm going to remove this old one. See the way it looks. And now you can reinsert your new solenoid valve. See the way, once you add one of your screws, the other screw, you can line it up, bring it up and down. You can adjust it and then add your next screw. When you reinstall your hose back in, you want to go counterclockwise first, which is the wrong way, until you feel a little bit of clank. So that way the water line would sit into the water valve, and then you can go clockwise after that. Retight it with your hand tight enough, and then after that you can just retight it a little bit with the plier. Do not over tight it, because if you strip it, you're gonna have issues. And then after you know the hose is good, you can turn on your water. When you turn on the water, you want to make sure there's no leakage here. If you don't have any water leakage, then you're good to go. You also hold your water solenoid valve and wiggle it back and forth. Make sure you don't have a lot of movement. Make sure your screws are in tightly. One here, another one right there. They're tight. And now you can add your electrical wires back in. This one, the center, This one. Double check your hoses, the first one, the center one, and of course the far left one. Double check all of them, make sure everything seems okay. The water is all on completely, and before you put the top panel back in, you want to run your washer with cold water. So I'm gonna plug it in. You want to select cold water, cold, start it. When you start the wash cycle, when you start the washer, you want to keep eye on this area. Keep eye on this area, no leakage. So when you reinstall your top panel, you want to leave it in like this much area far. You do not want to keep it too far. You see these plastic nuts with the screw, the same one. When you reinstall this, you want to put this a little bit in this area, so not here, because if you put it here and you try to close it, you cannot close it. It comes in front, right? I'll show you the inside here. See the way it looks? Goes here. Leave it in this area, and then you can bring it. Once the washer is repaired, the last thing you want to do is you're gonna drain all the water from the bottom of the washer, because the washer has been leaking water. There's a little bit of opening at the bottom of the washer, and it collects a lot of water there. If you don't clean that over time, it's gonna get rusty there, and possibly if it ever goes to a full spin and it's not balanced to the floor, it may leak that water, and then customer would get panicked and then call you back again for nothing. So you can always tilt the washer to the front like this, get rid of all the water, put it back in. Water leaking from the bottom of the washer, that's completely normal. Wipe it, and you can even tell the customer that if you still see a little bit, like couple tablespoons of water coming out from here, ignore it. If it's more than that, then get in contact with us so we can come back and double check our work. Everything seems okay. Level your washer. Since you're moving the washer to work on it from the back, when you reinstall it back in, it may not be leveled or balanced to the floor. You want to double check it, move it. Look at this one. The washer shouldn't be like this before I leave the house. If I'm leaving this customer's house, I want this washer to be leveled to the floor. We do not want this. Even if the customer said it's okay, it's working fine, no, you want to level the washer to the floor, because if you don't level it, you're going to have all kind of issues. If you're not using your washer, please keep your washer door open and keep the soap dispenser open, so you will have good air circulation from the soap dispenser to the drum and door gasket. Always wipe your door gasket when you remove your clothes and put it in the dryer. That way, if you have a little bit of water there, you wipe it, it's not going to get moldy or get gunky. It will not smell. But if you always have water there and you're closing your door, you can get the bacteria growing up inside of the washer. You get mold, it smells, and then you get moisture and all kind of bad things happening inside of the washer. So please always keep it open if you're not using the washer. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you guys have any question, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and share it with others. You can also follow me on Facebook. It's called Hamid Appliances Repair. Thank you.